What is up? Hey, this is Treborseven, and it is May 7th at 7 o'clock, time for our monthly live stream. This will be live stream number 32, and we're going to speak with a gentleman by the name of Anthony English, who has been on the show once before, who's been on about over a year hiatus, and we're going to check in with him and see what the heck he's been up to and what his plans are for the future. But first, I want to go to the chat and make sure you guys can hear and see me. If somebody could give me a 5x5, let me know you can hear and see me. I would appreciate it. All right. Cyprian's here. Hello, everyone. Hello, and thank you for being here. I know it's the wee hours of the morning for you, my friend. Have no fear. Trebor is here. That is a fact, Jack. And so is Liz. Hey, Liz. Liz says, hey, y'all. Hey, Liz. Thanks for being here. All right, a Mystical X Mormon podcast gave me the 5x5. So we are live and doing well. If you're watching, please say so in the chat, man. At least say hi or something. These live streams are all about interaction with you guys. So without you, I would not be here. All right, so what's new in my world? Not a lot. I'm still working 3 jobs, and my son's getting ready to graduate, so we're getting all pumped up and ready for that. And haven't really had a chance to do a lot of telekinesis. I've been talking with an interesting gentleman, which we'll speak more of later, Jeff Hardee, who is kind of doing some experimenting and research on psychic abilities in general, but specifically telekinesis. We had a little 1-hour discussion, which I have a link to. It's like on a Google Drive or something, and I may share that next week or next month. But we're basically just kind of covering some stuff that I've already spoke about a little bit on over the years. And let me see if Anthony is. Oh, yeah, Anthony's already backstage. Be with you in just a minute. Let's go ahead and do the joke of the day. So I saw a midget climbing down a prison wall, and I thought, now that's a little condescending. Is that funny? No. Oh, that's condescending. I'm getting the head shake. No, you can't say midget anymore. Well, I just did, so deal with it. I thought it was funny. Let's see, what else have I got? I think that's it as far as the obligatory stuff. Let's go ahead and bring my man Anthony on. Adding to stage. Anthony, how you doing, buddy?
How you doing, Trevor? I'm doing pretty well.
Man, long time no see, brother.
Yeah, it's definitely been probably over 2 years, I think.
Oh wow. Well, yeah, man, time flies. At least a year. I know. I looked at your videos the other day. It looks like there was about a 1-year gap between the videos. But yeah.
It
So
had
what
been
happened?
registered.
What?
Well, just some life took me kind of in a direction where I needed to reestablish my mind and find myself. Telekinesis kind of changed my world, and it changed the people around me too. And that's including like girlfriend and kid and all that, because when you dive into something, like when I dive into something, I really go deep, and I bumped into a lot of great people on the way when I was offline, but I came back and I was welcomed hundreds of people on Facebook. I have over 2.2 thousand people on Facebook under Antonio Telekinestwood, and a lot of them do energy work. So a lot of them welcome me back. So it felt good to come back, and I've learned a lot, and I plan to further my progress now.
That is awesome. And what did you do when you were gone? I'm always concerned when somebody leaves. We had Fademir from Turkey, who passed away. And I'm always nervous when one of our fellow practitioners disappears from the scene. And I always think, oh my gosh, did they die or what? So where'd you go? What'd you do, man?
I actually just got off the internet. I kind of went camping and took some time. I had a 12-year relationship end. So I needed to get back, mentally get back to myself. And through that process, I kind of got away from the internet, got away from training. I did a little bit. I focused on the small stuff like chi spinning, which is very necessary. It's healthy too if you do it every day, and it builds, attraction. So you're kind of using telekinesis, but you're not focusing hard on it, but you're still exercising your brain and your energy and stuff. But I just got away. I took some time and just said no more internet, and spend some time with family, and that's about it, man.
That's great. Yeah, I do that once in a while too. I'm like, this is my day 2 of not having my cell phone turned on. Not that I use a cell phone a lot, but and I limit myself to at 2 hours of screen time, and I usually try to use that very wisely. So,
Right.
yeah, I can totally relate with that, and that is a great idea. And camping, I assume you were out in nature. That is a
Yep.
wonderful place to regroup and remind yourself that all is well. Everything
Well,
serves a purpose, and there's a time and place for everything, and nature's a huge reminder of that. Go ahead.
right. I totally agree. And one thing I did gain while I was away was time to sit on all the knowledge that I've gained over the years. So, when I sit on things, I kind of get better. It doesn't mean I have to do it all, but I have a chance to break it down and to think about, what's next, or, what do I want to do now? And that's a big question. So Jeff Hardee had asked me that too. So I'm kind of excited to hear what you have to ask me.
Well, I was going to ask you about your Jeff Hardee interview. I did watch a couple minutes of it right before the live stream started, and perhaps we should. Let me see if I can find his email. Perhaps we should probably maybe explain a little more who Jeff Hardee is, and I'm actually considering having him come back on my stream and talk a little more. So
Cool.
let's see if this is the one.
Now, whoever's watching, I can't really see that, but whoever's is watching, I hope you actually, obtain some knowledge from this little interview, and training. Really, everybody can do it. So you really got to take the steps, small steps first. You can't really jump into something really. Once you understand it, you want to keep understanding it. So that's what I've gained over the years, is just go slow. Don't rush yourself. So, but I do want to share my YouTube channel with all those who are watching. It's the Journal of a Jedi, and there is probably 1,050 videos at the moment. And I finally reached 108,000 views and a little over 1.55 thousand subscribers. So I'm getting up there, trying.
Nice. Yeah, I was definitely. We're going to take a look at your channel here in just a little bit. Let me pause this, share, and we'll take a look at Jeff's website and give a brief introduction to what he's doing. I don't do this often enough. I have to always relearn every time. Here we go. Share. Make sure that's what you guys are seeing. Yes. Okay, so this is Jeff Hardee's website. It's, I'm not sure how you say this. WYRD energeticarts.com/research. Papers, research, and appearances. In addition to providing traditional hypnotherapy and NLP therapeutic services, J.E. Hardee is a cutting-edge consciousness studies researcher. Patients may participate in his research if desired. Below is a sample of the exciting multidisciplinary work being done for the betterment of humanity. So I like that. It's for the betterment of humanity. That's the whole reason I got into sharing this stuff with people, because it makes you a better person, makes you get to know yourself, makes you balance your mind, body, and spirit. And like you said, even when you're not practicing telekinesis, these things play a role in your life. People call me lucky. Well, it's not lucky. It's being connected with everything and realizing that all is one. And it's more of a harmony type thing rather than forcing things to happen. You just become you resonate with people and plants and animals and the environment, and things tend to kind of go your way when you're tuned in. And so I like that he's doing this for the betterment of humanity. Upcoming paper proposals he has: the American Academy of Religion, June 2025 online conference. He's got links here to all of that. Society of Scientific Exploration, 43rd Annual Conference. Proposed measurement methods for chi cultivation and emission. That sounds fascinating. So what he's really trying to do is get to the nitty gritty, the what you can measure, what you can quantify, what you can identify, and try to nail down exactly how all this works. Now, though I must say I am intrigued, that has never been a top priority for me. In fact, the unknown, the magic part of it is a huge part of the appeal for me. But I'm so glad there are people like him and many, many others that are trying to get to the bottom of this thing. And I understand that he may be sending you some equipment that you can wear while you're practicing. Is that correct, Anthony?
Yep. He spoke of the Athena something. It's a headband. It measures EEG or EGG or something like that. I had never worn anything like that before. I've never even heard of it. I didn't know you could purchase it off eBay. But he said he purchased 2 of them, and what his plan is to send it to me. His paper that he's turning in is due in June, and it would be like a month after that. He's going to send that equipment to me, and then he wants me to do some training with it on, and then after that, I'll send it back to him. And if he's actually on my Facebook page, he added himself, so he's got access to all these people who have found me over the years on Facebook who do energy work. So he had posted a pretty good section saying that he wanted to gather more information from other people who could do, telekinesis or, some type of energy work. And he's using my Facebook page to gather probably some of those people.
Nice. Yeah, it's nice to get in the community because then you can, like, he found you through me, and then he's going to find other people through you. And yeah, it's nice to be able to dip your toes into the community and get to know people.
So
I'm going to go ahead.
no, he wanted to send it out to at least 10 to 12, maybe a few more, and then put all the research together and do some, actual video like this right here. We're talking. He wants to videotape the results and bring it to the Academy of Religion or something close to that.
Right. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna share this link in the chat, and we'll get caught back up on the chat. You're wondering who's watching, and so am I. It looks like Ultra Hayes 2009 is watching, and he loves you all, and we love you, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. Cyprian says the Journal of a Jedi, one of my favorite TK channels. Awesome. Nice to have him back, huh, buddy?
Appreciate it.
Who else we got here? Time Life. Hello, great channel and great guests. Hey, thank you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
And Cyprian said, indeed, I always ask myself, how in the world so few viewers on this channel? Yeah, well, kind of a niche thing, and I don't know.
You know what? Listen to this. I figured out why my channel never blew up. Because in order to find my videos, you have to hit Alt 232, and then it brings up a symbol from the character list of the computer. That's hard to find. So when you type in telekinesis, none of my stuff was coming up. So I went back and changed a whole bunch of those, like the descriptions. I went back and edited it. And once I did that, in the last 2 months, I've gone up about 7,000 views.
Nice.
So
yeah, I don't know
think
how
I figured it out.
algorithms work, and I don't know how accurate the views are. It says there's like 12 people watching now. Hell, it could be 21. We don't know.
Right.
Liz says, "Congratulations, my son is graduating too the 19th." Thanks, man. And yeah, that's a big step. My son's getting ready to go into the Air National Guard. That's going to be a huge step in the right direction for him, I think. Jose says, "Hey, welcome, Jose. Trebor, I tried to send you a message with a link to a playlist of 4 videos about teleportation. I'd really like for you to see them. I'll put the channel name here so you can go to the playlist." Yeah, I don't remember seeing that. May have gotten filtered out or something. Yeah, share it here in the chat. Sabrina says, congrats. And Mez Mystic, happy waxing Mon on. All right. I think he means waxing moon. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Thanks for being here, my friend. Jose, this is the name. Okay, I'll do a search for that in a bit. Via Vis Viva. Much love to you, my friend. Thank you for being here. I have some TK EEG recorded. Oh, nice. Perhaps you should get in touch with Mr. Hardee. And what did you find? If you can tell us in a few words, what did you find? Is there like a big spike when the move occurs, or what'd you see? And we got one more here. This is Power Off. Love this channel. Been over 5 years since I stopped 2K. I recently regained an interest in it. Completely lost my mojo and now starting from scratch. Same with astral projection. Yeah, I'm kind of going to be starting from scratch because I haven't done 2K in probably a couple months. And Liz says, I have spoken to him. Wow, small world. Liz has already spoken to Mr. Hardee. That is awesome. And I am going to share the link to his website right here and now. I think it went through. Yeah, there it is.
Do you remember? You remember that DVD, Trebor, I sent you, the training DVD?
Oh yeah. Way long time ago.
Right, many years ago. I
Yep.
uploaded it all to YouTube. I put all the videos on YouTube, and it's under a special channel name. I'll share it just because I no longer charge for it, but I used to charge $25, and people used to flock to it. So I've helped over like 100 people train with it. If you go on YouTube and you capitalize MT C TTC. So says my top secret telekinesis training channel, and you capitalize each first letter of the word and you search that, you'll come up with a channel that has little ducks on the picture. There's 20 videos in there that I put there to help teach people. So anybody can use it. It's free. It's everything that I put on that DVD for you.
Sweet. That's nice. So MTC, TTC, not
Yeah,
MTS.
my top C MTS TTC. Sorry.
MTS,
Yeah.
CTTC. No.
That would
One more time.
my top secret MTS
Yep.
telekinesis training channel TTC.
Got it. Okay. So type it again, Cyprian, and put the S in after the first T. We got another comment here. It's from Starfield Shipwright. Thanks for sharing this stuff. I just woke up to my true nature last week. Got to say hi to Anuma and Metatron. I had no idea I could just go to heaven, just be space. If you can't, why not? That's it. Interesting. Okay, real quick, let's go back here, and I'm gonna just kind of browse the rest of this, see what, just kind of broad scoping here, what Mr. Hardee is up to. Seated meditation over time trend, an exercise from the authentic Negong, standing active exercise trend, a group static standing practice, womb band sample data. There's a lot of links here a guy could check out and go for the deep dive. Wearable clothes with potential positive effects on consciousness, worn versus unworn effects. Yeah, there's so many things we don't know. I know being in the presence of crystal and taking Ormis definitely improves psychic abilities. But I never thought about clothing, except maybe the fact of grounding shoes, and I have some clothing that blocks EMF. That's otherwise I never really thought about clothing.
I never got to.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I'll wait till you're done. I just didn't want to forget.
Hypnotherapy sessions, psi training. I mean, there's just all kinds of stuff on here. Here's research from 2024. Some Nei Qigong Fu. Ooh, that sounds like a martial arts salad or something there. ATS. I don't know what a lot of this stuff is. But anyway, I put that link in that channel. And if you'd like to go check it out, please do. I think we need more people like Jeff digging into this sort of stuff. All right, go ahead.
Oh, what I
Or-
was going to say?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. I took summer and I grew some vegetables. I grew cherry tomatoes and cucumbers and lettuce and stuff. But what I did is I used Ormis on the tomatoes, and what happened was kind of an amazing thing. Cherry tomatoes specifically, the first round of tomatoes, there was like 100 more than there should have been. So the whole plant fell over. It had so many tomatoes on it. They were laying on the ground. I had to pick them all. The second crop that came off the plant, the tomatoes started turning dark red, like a cherry, and they changed shape. They actually weren't even like a tomato anymore. So the Ormus actually brought the plant back in like pre-stages of probably breeding, and it made a tomato that didn't exist. So I fed it to the old man that used to live there. He passed away a few years later. He had cancer. He was in his 70s. But I was feeding him the tomatoes because he liked tomato juice, and his whole body, he used to have super swelling, and it all unswelled. His whole body shrunk down to where he was kind of in shock because it had been like 10, 15 years since he had seen his toes. And it was from the Ormus that the tomatoes grew from.
That is wild. Yeah, I
Yep.
use Ormis in my grows too, and have seen a difference. And I did matter of fact, I did a video showing the difference between just a few of the like tomatoes and cucumbers and whatnot, those who had Ormis and those that hadn't. And yeah, it's super good for humans and plants and people. And I wish more people would start taking it on a regular basis. And you can definitely learn how to make it or purchase some at sacredsupplements.com. Are you still making and selling Ormis?
I have a very small group of customers. I keep it from Facebook only. People I've known over the years who I trust and who I know will, use it for a good purpose. Yeah, I still make it, and I still sell it every now and then. Yes.
Nice. Yeah, I think someone needs to do a deep dive into Ormic materials for sure, because there's something between that and the human body that we haven't figured out how it works or what it does, but it does amazing things for people. And
Right.
I've been taking it for, gosh, I don't know how long now, probably almost 15 years or something. And I
I'm
can't
on
imagine,
7.
yeah, can't imagine life without it. And if you're going to do it with plants, it doesn't take much. You can do 1 to 2 teaspoons per gallon of water for plants and animals and see a huge difference. And I would highly recommend that. Let's pop back over the chat, see if we got any questions. If you have any questions for Anthony, let me know, because I'm just free flying by my seat of my pants here. I don't have any questions lined up or anything. Liz says it's the infrared light we absorb. Okay, that's a little out of context. I'm not sure what she was talking about there. Time Life, thanks for the share, Jeff. Yeah, no kidding, Jeff. Appreciate you. I can feel the good energy in the chat. Wow, nice. Yeah, I love having a good vibe in the chat and good questions and good comments. It's a superconductor. That is true. Ormus is a superconductor. So yeah, and that's another thing. You kind of want to be in a right frame of mind when you take Ormus. And if you're scared of it or you're dealing with negative stuff, probably not the best time to be experimenting with Ormus. But it is it's an all natural substance that your body is craving. It's like soul food, I call it. It's like consuming light, which is really what we're doing when we eat. We're trying to just consume light. So what are your plans? We'll take a look at your channel here in just a few minutes. What are your plans for the future? Are you going to start uploading at the extent that you used to? I know you used to upload nearly every day or every day or two.
I've run out of ideas. I don't really know what to do. I've done so much stuff, and you know what I've come down to a conclusion though is that I made so many videos so fast. Well, not so fast, but I did it every day, and I was training throughout the day. Some of the things I didn't record, so I used a lot of energy, and I burnt myself out hardcore doing the things I was doing toward like year 3 and 4. I was like, okay, something's not right, because I could do things, but I feel like I have been able to do more if I wouldn't have made, 800 other videos. Um, so taking the time off, I recharged a lot, and I see my accuracy and everything has improved dramatically because I have more energy. So taking time away was a great thing. This time though, I think I want to focus on when the leaves come out and it starts getting nicer. I have a friend coming up from Arizona. He wants to fly to Maine and hang out with me for a couple weeks and go train. He wants to learn, so he's pretty much flying here to train and hang out. Uh, Maybe with him I can discover something more, having like a camera guy, so I don't have to hold the camera, and because I always focused using one hand more than two, and now I get to use two and have somebody watching. So I'm hoping this year to discover something new, and I will not upload as fast as I used to because I just did way too much. Like, I did everything I could think of, man. So
Yeah, I felt the same way when you were uploading. You were saying, "Oh, I've got so many hundred videos," and you're uploading every day. It seemed a little extensive to me, but everyone's different, And I didn't want to say anything or anything, but yeah, it's
the
easy
the
to get.
reason the reason I uploaded every day is because my life was the reason I even went and learned telekinesis, like retaught myself to remember and progress, was because my life, I didn't like the world around me and it was going in a really bad direction. So I kind of wanted to just change every single day so I enjoyed it. So I trained every day. And as I trained every day, I recorded every day. And then I saw something that I liked and shared it. And eventually, 400 or 500 videos in, then I really got curious because I started getting better. So I kind of like did everything. I trained while working, I trained while walking home, I trained sitting inside. Everywhere I went, I think I made a video. And I've gotten really precise. Like some of my newer stuff is just like, holy cow. I was kind of impressed with myself because I hadn't done it in 2 years. I wasn't pinwheeling or anything, but I used to use like at least 10 pinwheels. So using three was easy. It was like simple.
So this is your latest video we're watching right now. Is there any commentary or anything you'd like to add to this? What are you doing? What's going on?
Watch it. Magnetism.
And where do you get a 3-piece pinwheel like that?
Amazon. It's called In the Breeze pinwheel, wind wheel.
Nice.
So what I'm doing is I'm learning to push energy forward, but I'm also learning to slow it down by reversing the directions on the wheels. See how I'm like on command, like stopping and stuff. And you can see where I'm pulling and pushing in between the wheels to start them back up. So I was working on magnetism. And that's what I use those pinwheels for. I'm very precise with them.
Nice. Yeah, and it's really flashy and cool to watch too.
Yeah, I can speed them up, slow them down. I could do it. I could do it while having a conversation like this. I can literally, my ex-girlfriend, she used to stand beside me and just talk and talk and talk. And I loved her, but I'd still be pinwheeling while she's talking to me. And I noticed I could do both together. So, but some of my other videos, like the stuff that I've been practicing is small movements just to tune in and hone in on the magnetism part. So I don't need the wind. However, I can generate enough energy around me by magnetizing the entire area to do what I want to do, like move anything. I can knock a brick over or push a basketball around the yard or do whatever, but I prefer pinwheels. They're easier.
For sure.
And
Yeah,
I have found a friend who I just showed him. I went to paint at his house and I asked him, I said, hey, you've seen my Facebook. I know you might have questions, but you haven't asked me any about what I do because I post videos all the time. And he goes, well, I saw something like you might have start getting into telekinesis. And I laughed and I said, would you like to see it? And he said, what do you mean? I said, I brought my pinwheel with me. And he goes, sure. He said, why not? Heck, So I went out, I went and set it up and I brought it outdoors and he sat on the porch and I said, watch it. And I did a demonstration like this for him. And within a few minutes, his son came outside and he's like, what is that over there, Dad? And the guy's like, that's telekinesis, son. And he turned around and walked back inside. And I kind of laughed and I looked at him. I said, that's a pinwheel from Amazon. I said, you can buy it, because he didn't see what I was doing. But his dad's like, that's telekinesis. Gotta go.
Let's
But
see back to the chat. Liz says it's a super. Yeah, we already read that one. Referring to the clothing, it could allow the skin exposure. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Thanks for the share, Anthony. Yeah. And Jose says the way they do teleportation is almost the same way as you do the chi ball. When you have the time, watch the 4 videos and the channel. Yeah, I'll definitely take a look at that channel. We probably won't do it right here live or anything, but I'll take a look at it and it'd be something cool we could check out in the future for sure. Teleportation, come on. Who's not interested in that? You know, I hate to travel. There's lots of places I'd like to go, but the physical act of traveling is just burdensome for me. So yeah, if I could figure out teleportation, I would be going all over the place. Chlorophyll is an amazing supplement as well. It converts light to energy and is also detoxifying your system. It makes you sweat and other things literally have less of a smell. Yeah, chlorophyll is liquid light. I mean, that's what we're going for. That's what the plants convert light into, and that's what we consume for energy. Cyprin says, I do like those videos of Jeff when he is doing TK through internet on different live streams, like birds feeding.
I think he's talking about me. It's Anthony, not Jeff.
Yeah, I don't know, unless Jeff Hardee's got some videos posted that we haven't seen. I don't know for sure.
Like I mess with birds and bird feeders and stuff like that. Have you ever seen this? I scared a rabbit through the internet once. I'm not kidding. I found a rabbit eating in the dark, and there's a video on my channel that me scaring an actual like rabbit. It was insane. This is a really neat video too. This is showing that I produce vibrations from my aura that actually make leaves and stuff vibrate. They shake.
That's cool. Yeah, I interact with the animal. I try to spend a few minutes, well, when the weather's nice, at least a few minutes with my feet on the ground out in nature. And today I had rabbits come up within probably 3 feet of me. Seems like they're attracted to it when you get connected and in the zone and they feel you're non-threatening. I've had deer walk within just a few feet of me while I'm sitting out there. Like I said, today, a couple of rabbits came up very close to me. They were just eating. They'd look at me and then eat a little more, and I'd look at them, and it's really neat. It's kind of a recharging thing. Liz says it's like playing, good for the soul, for sure.
Look at
and
those.
laugh.
Oh,
Go ahead.
sorry. Say, look at those leaves on that tree. Check that out. What? Look what they're doing. They're like over there shaking.
For sure.
That's what I was trying to show. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's all right. I'm having a hard time reading this one for some reason. Maybe you guys can read it. Read that chat. I can't see it. For some reason, it turned blue when I hit it. What does Liz say? Anthony, can you read that?
Says, yeah, I'd rather have someone say something relative than not say anything, because I don't know, people get weird and I'd rather know.
Right. And this one, sorry, Anthony. Yeah, he did mean Anthony. And Cyprin says it's 3:30 a.m. Where you are, it's 7:33 in the Midwest. What time is it where you're at, Anthony?
Right now, 8:30.
1 hour ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So this video, what's it called? Watch and listen all the way through. I promise it's worth it. Is this the regular audio from the video?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to shut my energy off.
Oh, you're
So it's no longer interacting with this tree. Watch. I'm going to walk away. Watch all the leaves stop vibrating. Nothing will move. Become extremely quiet.
I was up in the woods behind a hospital.
Watch this. It's already calmed down 50%. Maybe even more. I'm going to go a little further away. Okay, so I'm back here where I started. Look at this tree. Look how calm it is. Look how calm this is. how calm this is.
Believe it or not, I've been
So
posting
I've
short
stopped my energy from
videos, like shorts on YouTube, and I've been getting over 1,000 views in a day.
Nice. Yeah, people like those short, sweet videos.
they feel vibration. So what you're looking at is look at this tree over here. Now my energy's off. It's not like riled up anymore. So I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to walk over to this tree right here. Watch this.
I kind of just vibrate.
Yeah. And do you feel anything?
I feel energy from me, but I don't feel anything from them.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You just feel your energy flowing. You don't really.
Right. Look at that leaf above. It's just like shaking. Like I can produce little currents right there and then shut everything right off. That's like the end for me. Like I
Okay.
push
Now
really
I'm going to
hard.
step back. Go back here. Tree's going to shut right down. Watch this. See anything else moving? That guy's moving because I'm close to it. Look at that. It's like vibrating. Over there, though, that tree that I was just at, dead calm.
Pretty
sweet, dude.
Well, little by little, I do show people, and they're watching now. Like 2.2 thousand people on Facebook. They friend requested me. I have never really added people to my Facebook.
I hope you understood watching this that our bodies send out vibrations, and the stronger your aura, the more you train, the more dense your energy is. So it actually interacts with objects more naturally in nature. Nature's very much alive. Nature wants to see you. Look at how calm this tree is. Okay, so it's not windy in the middle of the woods. So it's vibrations, guys. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this and start training. If you are new to my channel, please scroll all the way to the bottom. Go to my very first video, and you'll see me when I didn't know what I was doing. So my channel is a journey.
Yeah, you'll see me when I didn't know what I was doing. That's hilarious.
Well, you know what's funny? Jeff Hardee went to the first video on my channel, and he heard your voice in the background, and as I was sitting there playing with a piece of foil.
And why was my voice in the background?
I was listening. I was part of your school. Remember? I was listening to you talk, and I was sitting there playing with tinfoil.
Nice. Well, the reason I asked, there were some people who said they always had me on in the background when they practiced TK, and it seemed to be helping them. I said, well, that's in your mind, because there's no way my video is helping you do anything. Once you've absorbed the information, that's all the help you're going to get. There's a link to Anthony's channel, aka Telekinetic Wood. If anybody
Scroll down, click on the videos, just videos. Like you're at home right now, click on the video part.
Yeah, but you don't have to scroll down. You can just change it to the oldest, latest, oldest.
Well, I mean,
yeah, oldest will bring up your oldest. Is that what you want?
Yeah, I wanted to show people the oldest one right there.
There it is. Just click oldest.
That's your voices in the background as I was sitting there. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just playing with foil, hoping it would move. So
let's see. Let's see.
But before we get started, I was wondering.
Yeah, sure enough, that's me.
That's you. That's when you first went HD.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I didn't know how to move a pinwheel or anything. I was just playing with foil, hoping it would fall over or move it or something.
Yeah, that's where we all started. It's very weak, and usually foil or paper is your first target, and
That video has like the most views on my entire channel. That has like.
And if you're wondering what these containers are, these are
Why am I not seeing? Oh, there it is.
store my orders.
2.1 thousand views 7 years
Yeah,
ago.
that's my highest viewed video right there. Right here where it turns is where I realized I could do telekinesis. I was like, oh my God, it just turned right there. That's when I
Yeah.
realized something. That was the moment right there.
That is so cool that you have it on video.
Yeah. That was all like, I'm listening to you and it moved and I was like, oh my God, it turned. Oh my God. So
That's awesome.
there you go. There you
Yeah.
go. There's inspiration.
Right. Yeah. And what an honor it is. I've had so many people tell me, that my tutorials helped them experience their first TK move. And that makes everything worth it. I mean, that's freaking awesome. Oh, here, you got part of your interview already on here. There's the one I watched. I didn't know this was on there yet.
That's the part 1 and part 2. Yep.
The audio was subpar, we'll say. I couldn't really hear what Jeff was saying.
Right.
So perhaps we'll wait. Maybe he'll have it posted somewhere with a little better audio.
I actually have the whole thing. I can send you that right there, screen recorded from me. So that's why the audio was kind of bad. But he has the actual video. He sent it to email.
Nice.
Yeah, that goes way back. That's when I was just learning how to show people they could move foil, plastic, paper, feathers, and stuff.
Yeah, I never would have dreamt we would be at it this long. It's crazy.
No, honestly, no. It's a lot's happened, but you know what? It's really neat that I'm actually going to be demonstrating pinwheeling at a Subway store here soon. A lady had known of me and she wanted to bring me to her store to demonstrate magic, is what she called it. And I said, it's magnetism. I'll go talk about it. I was like, I'll show people how to move stuff under glass and bring them outside and pinwheel and mess with them a little bit and just get some reactions, and people will start talking. It won't take long. And before you know it, maybe, who knows, maybe I'll go to the Psy game one day.
Yeah, somebody asked me if I was going to the Psy game, and I was like, nah, it's not really my cup of tea. I'm more of the freshman recruiter. I'm just trying to raise awareness, tell people to start exploring. You have psychic abilities you don't even know about yet. But yeah, and was it Arthur C. Clarke said magic is just science that we don't understand yet. So she wasn't so far-fetched, calling it magic. We don't really fully understand how this works. There's been a lot of research done. I mean, since the 40s, they've been trying to figure out how this works. And they've done things in Faraday cages and places where objects where magnetism would not affect it, and yet we can still move it. So even you might not know what you're doing. You're calling it magnetism, but paper's not magnetic. So what's going on with the paper and the feather? I mean, in your mind, maybe it's about magnetics, but maybe we don't even understand what magnetics is. We don't know what power is. We don't know what energy is. We don't know what electricity is. So I have no problem calling it magic because we simply don't understand it all. And I don't even think after you get your EEG or EKG or whatever readings, still don't think you're going to know what's going on because it's not going to be consistent. It's going to defy your perceptions of what reality is. And that's part of the appeal. That's part of the beauty of it, if you ask me.
Heck, never know. Maybe I'll feel like an X-Man and I'll unlock something hidden,
That would be awesome. Here we got some more chats. I always watch Trevor's channel before my TK sessions. Get me in the zone in a minute. Nice. Goosebumps. The moment when you realize TK is real. Never forget that moment. No, I never will either. I was sitting right here at this desk, a different chair, but at this very desk. Yeah, it changes your life forever. Power Off says Trebor and Sean made me a pro with the side wheel back in the day. Yeah, Sean has some good, and he's got a book, and we were both on a documentary on Tubi and stuff, and he's done a lot. I don't know. I think he's into the, what is it called when you see without seeing? Gosh, I can never remember what it's called.
Blind sight.
Yeah, he's been
Blindfolded
with
sight
that.
or something.
That was the last thing I worked with too, and I was starting to get some colors and stuff, but I just have so little time. I have a feeling this winter, when we take farming out of the picture, that's definitely going to open up my mornings, which I don't really like practicing in the mornings, but at least maybe I'll have some time to get back into it. Now, I was at work the other day, and when I thought no one was looking, I kind of messed around with pulling a cigarette, a cigarette, stood it up, and it took me forever to pull it over, but I finally did pull it over. And I think one of my coworkers saw me, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, it's just a little magic trick I've been practicing." Because I don't really want to get into the whole conversation with all my. There's 2 people that I work with that I already know, but they were friends of mine before I started working there. But I don't really want to open that can of worms because, as you know, a lot of people don't like it, and then some people are just never going to leave you alone. They're going to have so many questions that you can't get away from it.
Hey, Trebor,
Go ahead. Yeah.
you remember this? Do you remember this shirt?
Oh wow. Yeah, I do. I can't believe you still got it.
And it still fits. Amazing, huh?
That is cool. What was that? Oh, there's another pinwheel. Any of these
Nope.
videos you want me to share while we're talking?
Yeah, I do. I want you to share that bird feeder one. Go down. Nope, down a little bit. Right below the pinwheel, there's a bird one. Yes. I want you to watch that and tell me your opinion on this. Because this is weird. I shared it on Facebook, and a lot of people say something strange happened. Turn up the volume. This is live stream. If I wiggle the mouse. Watch this. This is creepy. Say live, and there are 186 people watching. You can see the date down here and the time. Up here, same thing. So this is in Akron, Ohio. Now, there's no birds at the feeder at this moment. So this is creepy. I'm not even joking. Usually when you play with energy, it attracts birds. I'm going to try to see if I can get at least 5 birds here in the next 30 seconds. I'm just going to kind of circle the box. Something happens that I wasn't sure. Nobody could figure it out.
So what are we looking at? This looks like you're filming a screen. You're looking at a live feed of this or something?
Yes, I'm actually a live feed. Okay. Watch that.
Yeah, it looked like that bird.
Don't know where he came from.
Where the heck did that bird come from?
No idea.
Yeah, that was
really kind of strange.
Let's see.
It just I slowed that down to where the point where I slowed it down, Trevor. I couldn't find out where that bird came from. There's no trail. It just appears. There's nothing. And I literally, that's just a live video. I was trying to get birds there, and a bird just suddenly appeared there.
Look, it's not even fully there yet.
Nope.
What the heck?
And then poof, it's there.
I don't know where he came from.
It didn't land. It didn't come from above or anywhere. It just suddenly was there.
Kind of strange.
Well, I will say this.
There's 2.
Now I don't know what happened. Maybe you created that bird. I don't know. But I will say this. There are 2 modes to cameras. There is there's a live view, and then there's I forget what the other term is. And I see glitches like that once in a while too. Like someone will glitch out and come back in. So it is possible that the camera was kind of resting, and then by the time the bird caught the camera's attention and it came on, it was mid-flight or something. Could be supernatural.
That's right.
A couple more.
Because if you record that and you watch it, you can slow down frame by frame. That bird just appears slowly there. There's nothing there. It's really weird.
Watch when the bird leaves the box as well. There's another little glitch. But yeah, that looks like it was just. See that little glitch right there too?
Yeah, maybe he's a glitch bird. Maybe that's why he's not even really there.
That is so weird though, dude.
It's almost like I told everybody I'm going to try to make birds, and a bird appeared, and I went, whoa, wait, hold on.
Did we get 5?
Yeah. Oh yeah, birds. A whole bunch of birds show up. All different type, like 3 or 4 different types.
That's funny.
But there's another one on there. I jump a rabbit at least 3 feet off the ground in the dark. He leaped so fast and so high, he left a dirt pile like a dust cloud. Like,
What's
look,
this over here?
I'm like,
Is this water?
huh? Yeah.
Is that water?
Yeah. Now look, there's 4 birds right there, and there's one in the tree. There's all 5.
Very cool. Now, do you have Ormis in your system right now when you were doing this?
Yes.
Yeah, I think Ormis is a huge connection to animals too. Animals are connected. They can sense when you have Ormis in your system, that they can sense it.
They
That's
do.
a female cardinal right there.
I've had so many birds and animals just pop out of nowhere while I'm training or walking. Like, I could literally walk up to animals like you and they don't care, like groundhogs and stuff, like squirrels. They don't run away. They just kind of sit there and watch me.
Yeah, it's a cool feeling. Feels like
Isn't that a pretty bird right there? It's beautiful.
Yeah, that was a cardinal. There's your common sparrow, 2 sparrows. That's a cardinal.
There was no birds. I start training and all these birds show up and that weird crow just suddenly like boom.
Yeah,
and then
I
they
remember
all just boom, gone.
One day I was out meditating and had my eyes closed. And when I opened them, I was covered in moths. I mean, there were just moths all around and all over me. I was like, what the flip? And that was one of the first times I'd really noticed that when you do energy work outdoors, you have Ormis in your system, that nature and animals and everything. That bird appearing is mind blowing.
I even slowed it down at the end. That was slow motion.
Yeah, that is cool. Very, very cool.
If you go back, I'll show you one more. Keep going down, down, down. You see, no, go up a little bit. Up a little bit more. Right at the left side all the way over. Yes, watch that. Check that out. That was up at the this was up at the airport hill in Augusta, Maine. Watch this. I was really upset. I had a really bad day. My girlfriend and I were just on the verge of breaking up, and I walked up here and did this. Was there any way to predict that? No, because there was nothing. It was no thunder, no lightning, just a bunch of clouds.
Right? Yeah, that's a trip.
And I slowed it down at the very end. I put the pictures there so you can watch it come in.
Yeah, that's sweet. Yeah, and when there's electricity in the air, telekinesis and all that stuff seems to be ramped up. Have you ever noticed that?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm going to tell you a quick story. When all this happened, when I did that right there, I was in a pretty rotten mood, but I went down to the house and I noticed she was sleeping in a chair, and I walked back up to the hill and I started playing with the trees, and I started influencing the tree energy that I was producing. I was sending it up to the sky. I had thunder rolling for like 10 minutes, no lightning, just thunder start rolling. And I noticed everybody came out from the house down the street. They all came outside. They were all in the doorway looking around, and I was like pacing around the street really upset. Well, I learned I don't really want to play with lightning, and I don't want to play with thunder, but I definitely made that. That lightning is not something that wasn't natural. It just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, seems like it.
Yeah, I like this.
Some dandelion seed.
These are actual thistle seeds.
Thistle.
We have a thistlewood, thistle plant. I got it pretty good at levitating clumps of them. I could put them together, making it heavy, And as I got better, I started using a digital scale to learn to hold, like, to see what I could lift. And I was up to like 0.01 or 0.02 or something.
Nice. Yeah, I need to get some dandelion seeds while they're available. And then when I have time, I want to mess with this.
Do you want me to send you some of those?
No.
I can...
There's thistle here. I can find some thistle seeds. I just got to think about getting them. Our buddy Ricky, you remember Ricky, don't you? Mad Cat Sphere.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, he's got some videos on his channel. He's messing with dandelion seeds, similar, same thing, and he's getting a little better results than you're getting in this video. But he's been at it for quite a while, and it's got me interested. I want to mess with it. I just don't really have time, but I do have time to go get some dandelion seeds. In fact, I might do that right after the stream. I'm seeing some. There's a few in the yard right now. Need to get them all there because they're like everything else. They have a time in a season and then they're gone. But
right.
if I got a bag full of them, I can break them out this winter when I have more time to practice. And I want to do this too. That looks like fun.
I did that. I did that one right there. Like I say, I did a lot of videos and I was just forcing myself to keep progressing. If I was to do that now, it would be a whole different thing because I have a lot more energy. I can tell my body's changed over a few years of not doing it and still taking Ormis. So I'll have to wait till the seeds come out to try it though.
Right. Yep. Maybe it'll build up. We got time for one more video, then we're gonna have to check the chat and wrap this up. So I got a hard out at 8 o'clock. Which any choices here? Anything you want to show, or just let me pick something at random?
Go down a little bit. My better time was time ago, like go to that cardboard one right there. Cardboard box. Yep. I was out on a break at Arby's just messing around. I was playing this is actually pretty neat.
While we're watching that, I'm going to check the chat one more time. If you want to say something, now's the time to say it because we're getting ready to wrap this up. Oh, I've had that chat up there the whole time. Sorry, Liz. Power Off says, Mindsight. That is the word I was looking for. Thank you very much. Time lapse mode. Johnny McNair. I have a theory that the animals on our planet are aliens we live with on the farm, and the Egyptian god animal heads represent the intelligent ones, like foreign to Earth intelligence. Interesting. You use less memory space with a slower frame rate. Yes. And Jose says, Ormis can be shipped outside the United States. Yeah, you'll have to email me and I'll send you a special link for non-US orders. Getting some feedback here. I don't know why that's happening. Okay, that looks like that's it on the chat. All right, we're going to finish. Oh, I didn't go full screen on this one. What we got going here?
You're good.
A little tipsy.
I was just up, down, lifting it around, moving it.
Very cool, man. Yeah, and I like doing stuff outdoors. I don't usually record stuff outdoors, but I do mess around a lot. I was messing with a leaf pile. When was that? A couple days ago after I got done mowing. And I'm not 100% sure it was me, but it felt like it was. That's cool. Nice big target too.
There's just so much you can do when you understand it, and you can. Jeff Hardee is going to contact me and do another interview soon, so I'll share that full one with you. I'll email it to you.
Sweet. All right, buddy. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you for being here, and we're going to keep an eye on your channel. Anybody watching, I highly recommend that you go subscribe to Anthony. Keep an eye on what he's doing. Interact. You can find him on Facebook. What's your handle again on Facebook? Is it Telekineastwood?
Antonio Telekineastwood. Telekineastwood.
Telekineastwood on Facebook, or the Journal of a Jedi on YouTube. Thanks again for being here, brother. Yep. I'm going to let you go.
All right, buddy.
All right. We'll talk to you later. Sorry. All right. That's it, guys. Thanks again for joining the monthly live stream. God willing, I'll be back here next month on the 7th. A big shout out to Debbie for covering for me so I could be here with you guys. Cypern says thank you, much love. Liz says thanks, and I thank you guys for being here. In the meantime, take good care of your body, follow your spirit, and open your mind. There's magic inside. Peace out, y'all. Love you, man. Have a good